Hello everyone, I'm Spy Pibaro Sin para Kanika YouTube channel Zonga. Kublaishi pon ya flappen eating videos kibaram Kajonga, but kind of Islamic boy. And then the next topic that is exercise 6.2, Chonka chapter 6. The number 1 ko ongkumno, ko ong in figure 6.17, that is number 1. Kanye, and number 2, ko ongkumno, fine, ko ong DE u parallel way, DE u parallel B, C. Ko ongno fine, you have fine kanye, that is EC, you have 1, and how many you have what you, number 2, you have what you, 80. The kanye there, you already know, kanye use ka A, ka along ka formula, you have use ka A, you have use ka BPT, that is the basic proportional theorem. How will we use that? Now, kanye exercise 6.2, number 1, 1. Okay, let's draw first the triangle. Start not confused. Okay, this one, A, B, C. The UA, need the D, need the E. We have need the 1.5, need the 1, need the 3. Yeah, what you can A, yeah, what you can AC. Then can be here solution direct. That is, come now use BPT ito ba you? AD, ulong kum no, yaka DB. And UAE yaka EC. Remember that, right? Kanya but kanya kilong kumno, they are proportional. That is in the same ratio. Okay? Okay, tamanta AD nito kano, AD jeng di 1.5, UDB jeng di 3, and UAE jeng di kano 1, and you have what you EC. They cross multiply, unisya niya, unifin rano siya, te. Te uninong 1.5 EC equals to 1 into 3. That is, unio EC equals to no 1 to 3 long 3 divided by 1.5 into 2, that is EC jungi de no day EC jungi de no EC jungi day 2. Okay, next ka number 2 part. The number 2 part ka take no the can same thing only. Ya buat ya oi pada A B C ya buat ya o AD ma ni 1.8 ni 5.4 ni 7.2 tu ni ya buat the same here for next no ikan ya. And AD but DB equal to AE but okay EC. To AD jungi dekat no 4 and DB jungi dekat no 7.2 and AE jungi dekat no 1.8 EC jungi de 5.4. Tangan rak no ni shape David. We divide and kalau multiply no SAD equals to 0.8 5.4 into kan no 7.2. Dengan ni cross multiply kan ya. Ni long kan no 18 day. The 18 into kan no belong 54. 18 into okay namanya. And can forget about the decimal. Okay, the point. They kan no 38 kan no 38 are 24 3 1 3 4 5. That is 54. The 18 1 are 18 18 3. The only one 11 cancel 3 3 you 3 2 are 6 carry 1 in 3 3 you belong 12 3 4. That is 2.4. Jungi di no AD jungi 2.4. Okay, teman-teman lah yo AD ro de 2.4. Okay, the next spelling is number 2. Number 2 but ongkum no E and F are points on the side PQ. Okay, PQ and PR respectively of a triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF ulong parallel ya o QI. Therefore, one thing you should know first. There, can mau haka BPT ngitip kum no. BPT ngitip ba A B C dalang draw o ngitip ba ODC ulong parallel ya o BC and kum no lada ODC ngada draw ulan lada ODC ulong parallel ODE ulong parallel ya BC. We can say that kum no ba AD but ka DB kala siya divide in the same proportion in the same ratio and AE ro but EC kala siya like kum no kala siya divide in the same proportion. Hence if they are divided in the same proportion, we can say ro kum no ba AD ulang proportional ya ka A ro ya kanika AB, whole of AB. That means kanya unika side ka ba red kalong proportionally ka A. Ka side ka ba hair. The same thing ilaban ang kumniro. Ka side ka ba hair kalong proportionally ka side ka ba red also. Means since they are in the same ratio, hence we can say that. Okay, in simple term that means kumangi ang AD kalong proportionally ka A ya ka AB. Also kada AE kalabang proportionally ka A ya ka AC. Hence, ka BPT, since they are proportional, so hence, ngilaban ang bakilong no in the same ratio. Okay, they divided in the same way. Okay, the number 2 for that, let's go number 2. 2 along E and F are points on the side PQ and PR respectively of a triangle PQR. For each of the following cases, state whether EF ulong parallel nam ya QR. Thế kan ibn E ba U, ibn E ba EF u parallel nam ya QR kani. Thế kani ko ang yo kadun ka triangle. Number 2, ko ang no kadun ka triangle PQR. Okay, triangle here PQR. Dekat kong mana triangle ni have proof bahwa EF u parallel dengan QR. Dekat orang ni kong dulu kong E and F are points on the side PQ. E udah point akan ke side PQ. Dan E baru F ni side akan point udah point akan side U PR. Okay, tiga ni long you connected. Where ni happen E ba EF u parallel dengan QR. There we have to show that kat kong kani ka number 1 sure. The where UPE ni natin. UPE jungi dekat no. UPE jungi uday 4 and UQE jungi dekat no. UQE jungi day 3. EQ EQ jungi day 3. UPF jungi dekat no 3.6 and UFR jungi day 2.4. Okay. Then you have an E kat kumpa number 1. You have an E no. Okay. An E ba. UA kat kum ba EF ulong parallel na MOQ. Whether it's parallel or not, let's show that. The PE same ratio your way EQ, but PF your FR. Where PE ito PE jung day 3.9 and EQ jung day kat no day 3 and PF jung day kat no 3.6 and FR jung day 2.4. Where we can cancel this 3 1 3 1 3 3. That is 1.3. And if I can no table 12, 12 2, 12 3. That is 3:2. There can mount ladapi comment in E by long parallel. We have to get the same answer. That means if this is 1.3, so will this be 1.3? If they are not equal, hence ngilaban ang kumno or EF is not parallel kumno. EF is not parallel Q R. Can mama it's not parallel Q R. Okay, the next bit is number 2. At kung number 2, let's draw the same diagram. That is triangle PQR ni EF ni happen E day. The hang ni pag ang no o PE jung day 4 o QE jung day 4.5 PF jung day 8 by RF day 9. So PE jung day kan no PE jung day 4 ni QE jung day 4.5 PF jung day 8 o RF jung day 9. Teman-teman yang akan ikut juga same thing. That is PE ya ke A, QE equal ya ke A, PF ya ke F, R. Okay, ya ke RF. Kuma talk exactly the same. That is PE jungi dekat no, PE jungi 4, QE jungi 4.5 and PF jungi dekat no 8, jungi day 9. Tu ni flap 9.0 kan mawa flap 9.0. Because if there's nothing, obviously there will be 0.0. Dia mentah kini ngilaaban cancel. Menengim laaban cancel. Tama mentang ngilaaban cancel. We need to cancel them, right? Tama mentang ngilaaban cancel do table 5. 4 or 5 you ban long 40 5 8 ni 5 9. So here 8 is to 9 equal 8 is to 9. The hence if they are equal, ngilaaban ang kumno ba DE is parallel okay. EF is parallel to QR. Well, hence ngilap ni day is parallel. The oma is parallel. Okay, the number 3 part. The number 3 part kalong kumno. I'm draw a diagram so you will understand better. Nili P Q R can now nili EF. EF take om no PQ. PQ jungi dekat no 1.28. PQ jungi dekat no 1.28 and hadin oi de jungi PQ jungi de 1.28 and PR means the whole thing unye unde you 2.56 and OA UPE jungi dekat no 2.56 and PF jungi de 0.18 0.36. Okay, teman tangi lah yo gitu teman tak pada all this time we can come no kani ba kani dengan abat ay piskman ngong kum no nila ban ong ba this whole thing ni baro kini kilong divide ami kini atli into two portion te kum nang inwat kani iq kam so ini bagin wat kum ta so we can say ba pq equals to pe plus eq nila nam na ban ong kum ta nila nam ong ba pq equal ka pe plus jika EQ. Teman, kadang asyam yung EQ, badang asyam yung PE, kan create yung kani barok kawi ka PQ, enam day, takadaw, hence, ngalaban, onggum ta. Where, ka iki ngalatip hani, ngatip yung PQ yung dekat no, uday, PQ yung day, 1.28. And hadin, PE yung item, do we know PE, how much is PE? Yes, we know that is 0.18. Ni day, EQ yung hapwan. Day, you have to find EQ. There, whether you happen whether they are parallel or not. Then if they can make your answer, hence we have parallel. 1.28 during class 0.18 equals to EQ. There, minus that is 1.28, 0.18, nilong 0, nilong 1.10. There, 1.10. Tekan nilong 1.10 equals to EQ. Then, pada hadin pada way. In Shimsa, alaban ong ba PR equals to PF plus FR. Day, where PR ngatip day 2.56 and only PF jing day 0.36 ni apa do FR. So that ang alaban iba UDE ulong UEF ulong parallel QR. Where 2.56 kalong mo minus 0.36 equals to FR. Day 2.56 minus 0.36 0 ni 2.20 to 2.20. It doesn't mean bab minta fla UFR fla ban ong bakini kilong parallel mo. You can't say that. Pihap le no the same thing kuma pile ikini pihap pen e. Okay? Well minta ngina tip UFR ngina tip dekat no UFR ngina tip EQ ngina tip that is 1.10 and 2.20. Minta ngila ban ong tak kom nang tu ala ban ong minta ba UPE ulang proportional ya EQ and ada PF ulang proportional let's check dia na PE EQ and EQ and PF ya FR PF ya FR where PE jungi dekat no PE jungi menang itu dari 0.18 EQ ru ida step 1 mental EQ jungi dekat no 1.10 and PF jungi pada dekat no PF jungi day 0.36 hang ni pada dekat no hang ni FR jungi day 2.20. Okay, teman-teman ngilaban lem no kini ngilaban cross multiply cancel ki dengan laban ong mentang dadang when you point unin sa 18 kama uni pen sa kan no unin sa 110 unin sa 36 unin sa 2.20. Okay, teman-teman ni cancel na ikini. So let's cancel the table 2 to 1 to 8. Okay, the 2 to 1 to 1 0. Nila yo 18 and 10. Teman hence nilaban ang bayo kat kum kani nilaban ang bawo EQ o EF ulong parallel EF ulong parallel ya OQ. Okay, tingnan ni hero anto. Okay, the next question ka number 3. Ka number 3 pad ko ang no in figure 6.18. That is this. Kung no, if LM parallel to CB, if LM is parallel to CB and LN parallel to CD, ni have proof you, but EM ulang proportional to AB equal kay AN proportional to AD. Day, take a mod kani along in simple term, you have use you BPT. Day, you can use BPT come no pwede pinong kani ani EA. No, it's not hard. Ini come no, lang ipaya kani nilaong am ka ong you ba ULM means unia LM ulang proportional ulang parallel ka CB. The hence nilaam sim ka triangle, that is triangle A B C. Ini simpat kum ka triangle triangle. Ini draw siya kani ban mat kumar kani ka lang kum to. Okay, di kani ka lang straight. Kani ka lang to. Oh, sorry. Don't draw like going like fuse. Draw it's not straight. Okay, teman-teman uni hab lek kum tu. Uni long kum tu. Well, uni de A, B, C, uni de D, uni de N, uni de L, uni de M. Tingin siya may ka-A, ngong P, siya ka wika triangle. That is, kani, where LM, ulong proportional, ulong parallel yu A, yu U, B, C, yu CB. Ha? Tingin siya kat kung ka triangle yu, triangle A, B, C. Balay niya hap lek kum ta, namay, niya hapin EM, niya kani, bagi hap proof M ba U EM, ulong no, yu AB, kuli ka A, EN, yu A, D. Niya hapin EM kito, EM, yu U, AB, and UEN. EN, UA, AD. Ikabarit, kabahe, kan mau menang ay kay wiskaman. They're the same thing in the hanging ta, okay? How will we do this then? In the you can here, in shimmy ka wika triangle. That is in shimmy you ka triangle you triangle ABC showing ko. The triangle ABC in shimmy on in triangle ABC. The kat kum ka triangle ABC. What do we know kat kum ka BPT? Kat kum ka BPT ngitip ba? Ayo, nilaban ong ba? Uay, UEL, ulong kum no, proportional yu ULC, denam day, and UEM, UA, UEL, ULC, and ka UEM, UMB, nilaban ong kilang proportional denam day. Tingin mo ang kato, niya ko. EL, UA, ULC, UA, adin, EM, UA, UMB. Okay, tingin po lang ni sinan EL, ULC, EM, UMB. Kilong ang kum to. The hence, tinang ni pa dia. Ladangan li kum ni. Te ladangan li ka ni pa dia. Nganam yo ka A ka bang akwa. Nganaran kam ya ka A, ngadan kam yu ni M, but UAB. Denam day, ngadan kam ka to denam day. Te ladangan kam ka to. Ngala ban sim kum ju hi where I can take back EL, ya ka A, A, C kan. Ni ka baret, ya ka ni ka baret, ya ka ni ka bahe. And kani ka baret, ya kani ka bahe AB. Day, ngalaman ang kumtaro. To ngalaman thon akum no menta or EM kat kum pinpit kum no pinong ani kum no ngan pit wadang adan kami ke. Pinpit kat kum ka jingkeli, kapan yu EM but yu EBM, kampan em yu UEL but ULC. Then day, the EM but UMB day, ta kadawin pit kat kum katakan. Okay? Where EM but EM yu B equal ka A, EL ya ka A, C. Tika ni nga kat kum equation 1. Yan equation 1 ni kani. Te menta, yan kam sa way pa day that we can prove. Tingin kam sa ka kadon ka triangle next. Triangle ACD. Sa kani ang triangle ACD. Kadon ang kani ka triangle ACD. Ka triangle ACD. Where ka kalong pahangi, kalong pahangi. Well, LN ulong kum no, ulong parallel C. Uni LN ulong parallel CD. Te hence ngilaban ang kadyo same thing oni kani ka baret, kani ka bahe, kani ka baret, kani ka bahe. Okay? Tingin let no haniro menta. In triangle AU, in triangle ACD, where we can say ba EL ulang proportional ka A, AC equal ha din ka A, AN, ya ka AN, ya ka AD. Kaningan ano equation 2 menta. Taladang ipi equation 1 but equation 2. Do we see something? Yes, wait UEL but UAC. Kilong kuno in between both of them, equation 1 by equation 2. Both of them are equal. They are the same. Hence, if they are equal, can we see by EM but UEB ulong equal yung EN but yung EAD? Then we can say that hence you from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2 ilaban ang you EM ulong kuno yung EB proportional yung kay EN yung ka ED. Te menta kajing kaliyangi kapanya katay. Then hence nila proof kat kum ka jingkel li. Hence nila proof. Hence nila banong you tangba. Remember kanya kinong ipi na APO ikini baro. From where did you get all this? Mo they can mo kanya ka first step you nong by using ka basic proportional theorem ni ka tails theorem kaniro by using BPT kaniro you by BPT. Nilaban ong ba kini kilong kumno. They are proportional to each other. Okay, I hope so. Class 2 arong to. Tingin po sa next. That is ka number 4. Ka number 4 pat ko ang kumno. Ka number 4 ko ang hingi. In figure 6.19. Teka ni ka figure ko ang kumno. Uni UDE u parallel ke A. Uni u DE, u parallel kan ke AC. So let me draw here. Ini akan mawas tu ha. Kada kan triangle kum tu. Dia kan kan triangle. Itu bayu ini kada A B C. Kan ke triangle ABC. Kada ni line kum tu. Ini kum tu, ini kum tu. Ini dia D, ini dia E. Oh, so sorry ini dia. Triangle A B C. Okay. Ini dia kum tu, ini kum tu, ini kum tu. Okay. Ini dia D, ini dia E, ini dia F. Thì khác như cái triangle có ông cùng nuôi như có ông như ba u DE you have proof ba u A u ni u BF u long cùng nó u FE u long proportional ni u BF u long proportional no ni di F mà sorry ni di E okay u ni u BF u long proportional no ya u FE and u ni u BE u long proportional no AC đấy depende kan ni sampai ông cùng nó Ani kalang it's not hard actually. How will you do this? Pekan ong no, kal ong pa ingi kajingkili, nitip bakat kom kajingkili, ba uni u DE, ulong parallel no, ya u AC, and u DF. Uni u DF pada ulong parallel no, ya u A, E. Te hang ni, we can see something. Nile kom no, nile ka kan the first, kat kom kan ka triangle ABC. They forget about unulan, but unulan. They la ilpa unu DE ulang parallel make AC. They're the same thing in use. The same concept, the same concept that is one. BE, then they BE ke A. Ke A pinong EC, BE ke EC, then they pinchim kumta, then they believe pinchim. Pinong whether I should take BF, ya ka BF, ya ka FC ne. How would you know that? Pemuvin pet kajingkili kapan yo. Ko ang proof am ba UBE that means Uni UBE ulang proportional kan no ya ka EC then they dekat kom ka jingkali ka pan ayu ka jingkali pinpet ya kata then how would you take another one pada UBD but way UBD but UDE then they dengan same kat kom ka triangle you first triangle that is triangle ABC dekat kom ka triangle ABC ko ang ni dengan same in triangle ABC kat kom ka triangle ABC can we say you know kat kom ka triangle ABC kat kom ka triangle ABC we have to prove ba ulang kom no ODE nitip ni prove I mean we already know that DE u parallel ka AC tela da u parallel ka AC we can say ba kom no kom bangala ong P u kom no that no where UBE u parallel no yo AC I mean proportional so sorry BE u proportional no yo AC and BD proportional no ya ka D A. We can say that right. Then kaning na yo equation 1. Then the next thing pa de. Kung no pinwat say ka to ka next pa de. So kung no pinwat ito ka next pa de. Then ka kung ka jingkali kal ong ning something. So ko ong kum no ngitip ba UA UDF ulong parallel no ya UEE. UDF that is unia UDF u parallel no ya UA E. Then they menta ning kong shimi ka whole triangle then they kani barok khot menta pinchim triangle you pinchim ka triangle A B kani ini A B E katomo ka triangle A B E katikat kung kani ka triangle pe ilan draw kani ka triangle they menta uni UDF but A E M kilong parallel they lada kini kilong parallel pinchim ka triangle you A B E dekat kung ka triangle A B E ngin shima you pada ngin shim U B F U F E do we need that yes kajingkali ka ong katahi day BF ya U FE dengan sim ya U ta ha teman ka in triangle EU kan mau in triangle ABE ma in triangle ABE kalong kum no ngitip ba UDF u parallel no ya ka EE ting ha proof you pada we have to prove kan ma am to then ya ngitip kat kum kan ni laban ong ba UBF ulong parallel no I mean proportional no UFE and BD ada ulang proportional ngin sa triangle ABEM tingin laban ng BD ulang proportional yan no ya U D E BD ya U D E kani kala long equation 2 the equation 2 telada kani kilang mentangi even the same thing uni bo uni kilang kum no they are equal ma kilang equal de kani ma if they are equal and they are the same the hence nga laban ng BE but UEC BE up to EC is proportional to BF ya U FE. Nalaman ang kumta. Hence, isn't that the one that I need to? The BF ya U FE, BF, PF ya FE, BE ya EC. Ongam kajing kelingi. Tetang ba, you have to know the reason. Balai you from where that we get this? And 2 ilaban ong ba UA, BE ya UEC, and then adina UBF ya UF E. Kanina ka iyo kanya kan mau by using iyo BPT. The by BPT, hence ilaban ong ba kilong kuno, they are proportional. Okay? I hope so class 2 ong nila proof. Ya kato, they ilaban to ong hence proved. Hence proved. Then tapos yung pues ka next question. That is ka number 5. The ka number 5 ko ang kunuingi ko ang in figure 6.20. DE parallel to OQ. Ko ang no at kung ka figure 6.20, that is this. Ko ang kunuingi ba uni o DE o parallel no ya o OQ. Then day. De hadian pa de uni o DF o parallel no o R. Ko ang show that EF o EF, uni o EF, ulong kuno parallel Q R. This is bit ang niya kan mau malabatay P since the lalaki ang bang ihap proof, ihap show la nimo ba uta ni hap iba kilang parallel kan ma kaday ka A, kam day show ka BPT, kada ma kaday ka A, kaday ka BPT I mean, tama kaday ka A, ka converse. Okay? They ka converse, that is theorem kat 6.2. Okay? Tingin kan ni kato. How will we do this? But kung nungin panan kami kanya, first and foremost, kan mau kung baka la UP, tingin draw siya ka diagrama, bangin na confused. That is, kan diagram ko lang ito. Kaway siya ka diagram bet. Kaway ka diagram, kati ko no, P, Q, kaway triangle, I mean. Tirang ka to, dan sa unik to, where unik long connected, here, and unik long kong to. Okay, tihanin doon biang sa kaway. To. Okay, to unik day O, unik day D, F, unik day E. Okay, tingin happen E baka A, kan mau kabaning kong do, nilatik upa, ba, u DE, ulong parallel no, OQ, and DF, u parallel no, OR. Ni hap proof you, ni hap proof ba, show lang niya, ni happen E mo, show kamot proof EF, ulong parallel no, QR. Then if we do this, ni hap day ko no, pen in picture kabaning kong. Tingin ni picture kanya, then it will get this right. Ta, in picture ka A. That is DE parallel OQ. DE parallel OQ. They tementa lang ipit o DE o parallel OQ. We can see a triangle here, right? That is triangle U POQ. Ni EM. The hence nilaban siya mo in triangle U. In triangle POQ. In triangle POQ ko ang no. Ko ang ba o DE o parallel no. O OQ. Right? If they are parallel, you have an EU kan mau, lang ipin E kan ya. That means we have to show ba OA, PD, ulang kum no proportionally o DO, and PE, ulang proportionally o EQ. We have to show that, right? They menta hangnya nilayo ayu, they nilayo equation. One hangnya day, there we get PD o PO, okay? Triangle, then hangnya nilayo equation. Equation iyon ni like equation 1. Okay, yung equation 1 lang to. Tamenta, yun kam sa kaway pa day. Let me calculate here a bit when I confuse. Tamenta, you did something also kala ong pa kajing kili. Ba way u DF ulong parallel no yung OR. Tilada u DF u parallel OR, we get another triangle. That is triangle U POR. Tingin laban ong yung in triangle POR. In triangle POR, yung laban ong kum no. Hence, we can uong pa u DF parallel OR. Okay? OR. OR. Tilada u DF u parallel OR. We can say about OA. U PD. Proportionally u DO. And UA u PF. Ulong proportionally UA FR. Then day, tikaningin ayo equation 2. Then you pick a 1 but 2 equation. Is there anything belong similar? Yes. Uni. Hence, if they are equal, hence, can I say ba UPE? Ulong UPE is to EQ. Can I say ba kilong equal UPF is to FR? Yes, I can say that, right? From 1 and 2. That is PE, UA, EQ, PF, UFR. Tamenta pa dia, kaya reason hang ni fit pa dia. How do you know? Tamenta, yung pet ikan ni. Tamenta, yung ayo ay may kato. That is way. Yung ayo away. Ngila yo u. Tinggi dan kami u pada. Ngila yo ame kato. Do we need that? We don't need that. Ka question ngi ka kam ong re ban pen I ba they are proportional. Okay? Ka question ko ong ngi ba ngi happen I ba u EF ulang parallel ne ame QR. Tementa ngi ne pet ikani. So let's look at this. U PE udah utuh. EQ udah unia. And udah oi. U PF udah utuh uni UFR. Te menta hence kilong kumno they are proportional. If they are proportional, kat kom karon ko ka theorem ko. Ong kumno ngi ka theorem. Lada kini ki sides on ki kilong proportional if they are proportional to each other. Hence we can say ba u EF ulong kumno. Ulong parallel o Q R. Kaya kata ka theorem ko ba ong ngi kumta? Ka theorem that is ka converse of BPT ko ong ngi mo. Hence we can say that EF ulong parallel no o QR. Na kata ngitip from by converse kan mo. Converse of PPT. Okay? Tingitip ba kum no? Ba they are parallel to each other. Okay? Hence nila proof ito. Okay? Tingin po sa next that is the number 6. Okay, ladap here confused. Yili am no. Kata fidam practice kalau kum tamo kini ki jadam ki especially ki belong have proof am. The more you practice, the more you will understand the sum. If you practice only one sum, then pila abnya confused. Try to practice more than once. Okay? On the second time at least pin dan hi ka jing ya. So to. And la film is to yili bien ka to ka theorem ngala batai jing sha ka BPT. If you understand that or kani kala sok if you pin. The next number 6. Number 6, in figure 6.21, A, B, and C are points on OP, OQ, and QOR, respectively, such that AB ulang parallel A, PQ, and OAC ulang parallel A, PR. Kaong show that OBC u parallel A, QR. Then, OA, happen in simple term, we have to show bakilang kumno, they are parallel. If whenever we have to prove bakilang parallel, we have to use what? Converse of BPT. Kan maladang happen bakilang proportional ki sides pada, in use ka BPT. So okay, tingin nek kum tay kani kat kum kani. Means kani ka diagram jong kani number 6.21. Okay, the kani ka diagram. So let's draw this diagram so that you confused. How will we do that? And she betul, draw betul. Going to be P, Q, R. Okay? Ini betul. Jadi kalau selong biang kadang biasa kau buat triangle hang ni pot. Contour. A, O, B, C. Okay? Teman tahang ni pedang ihap lek kom no. We already have this diagram, so and actually set up here, so to ban draw a diagram, it's gonna be more easier for you. So no in figure 6.21, A, B, and C are points. Kalau pa A, B, ba C, kidiki points ha A, OP. That is only OP, okay, OP, and OQ, and kidiki points ha uni rumo OQ, and hadin oira OR. They ko no respectively such that kat ko ang upa kajingkili ba u AB, that is AB ulong kumno ulong parallel u PQ u PQ the u AB ulong parallel u PQ dilalangi pet ikani ka diagram ken mau ini pet in pet ka triangle ka triangle ko ba create nang to ka triangle POQ then they nation me ka tahima then on you can mau whenever we calculate ini kijat jing the field can you can mau pet kata ki belong parallel shim me ka triangle junki okay can ki triangle belong parallel then what within that box keep it okay and shim in triangle POQ in triangle POQ of POQ the in triangle POQ kat kung triangle POQ what do we know POQ ngitip ba OAB ulong parallel A PQ the AB ulong parallel A of PQ. Ya kata we already know. Dahil ni tipis ka ipada, we can say ba if they are parallel, can we say ba OB ulong kumno proportional of BQ? Can I say that? Yes, definitely. OB parallel A of BQ. And way there OA parallel or proportional A of AP. OA rational A proportional A P. Teka ningin ayo ka A number 1. Okay, ya ayo ka number 1. Teka ong bengengi There, kajing klik ko ang bayi kuno, ko ang and UEC ulong kuno UEC upa parallel way you PR, okay? UEC ulong parallel PR. The same thing ila amin shimi kani diagram. Yakani that is triangle POR. The in triangle you can shim in triangle POR, okay? The only UA there UEC u parallel no PR, okay? Can I say about OC ulong proportional way CR? Yes. OC proportional way CR. Te kani pitip na ka kan mau kini ki atli pitip na ba kilang kumta na kani kami kan mau BPT ba you BPT kan mau ngitip. Okay, we already know from BPT but you have to always give the reason reference minus marks. Okay, te hadin OA hadin OA ya OA B te kani kalong ayo number 2 te kani do A by BPT basic proportional theorem. Okay, teman-teman ladaki ni kilong kuno ta mentangin pe ikini atli. Do we see anything belong ka jo hakaki? Yes, OOA but EP. If they are equal, obviously I can say ba OOB ba OBQ. OB is to BQ and OC is to CR. Kilong kuno they are equal. They are proportional to each other. Then they from 1 and 2. They OB UA OB U BQ equal to A OC CR. Okay, tika nila ayo lupa. If they are equal, nila aban ong kumno, hence nila aban ong bakajing kali ka ong lupa yung proof yung A. Ba OBC o parallel na MUQR. Let's check menta. OA, OC, OBC, I mean, UBC, parallel na MUQR ni happen din nanday. OBC o parallel na MUQR. Hence ningipit ya kani. Kani ka along in triangle you, triangle O Q O R. Din nanday triangle Q O R. Ka BC kani, PM ini badan ini this. Then the hands ni happen EU. Kalau kamu kan triangle, ni teba OB ya O BQ kilong proportional and OC OCR. Dengan pet kilong M OB ya BQ and OC OCR. The hands ni la prove deh. The hands ni la ban ong ayu ba OBC ulong parallel way QR. Dan eng yo kan ni kan mau dem dere BPT kada you converse of BPT. Hence tinggal proof kat kum ka tuka diagram. Okay, the next part in ka number 7. The number 7 pa de ko ong kum ni using theorem 6.1, that is ka basic proportional theorem. We have proof that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle parallel to another side bisects the third side. Recall that you have proved it in class 9. They can name something along related ya ka class 9. How will you do this? Let me show you. Here, kat kum ka theorem ayu ko ong, kat kum ka theorem 6.1. The ko ong no prove that a line drawn through the midpoint of one side of a triangle. Ko ong no a line drawn to the midpoint of one side of a triangle. To ni kong first and foremost ngitip ka dun ka triangle. Okay, triangle. This triangle its name is A B C. Ko ong no you have proved that a line drawn through you to the midpoint of one side of a triangle. To the midpoint means pop deng jong you one side. So let's draw on here midpoint. Wait, that is I know as D. Okay, go on to one side of a triangle parallel. Only midpoint banga draw of one side of a triangle. Unno kuno parallel to the other side. To another side. Parallel to another side. Un parallel kay yaka another side. What does that mean? Kata kamu tahu ladang draw ulan yang niru long, ladang draw ulan kum turu long. Okay, kan mau kan dikat kamu theorem. Tinggi tapi buai uta uni let's say I hani D parallel ka PC kan mau okay. Prove you kong you parallel to another side bisects the third side. Bisect kamu bisect kamu ba kilang kamu ladang draw uta ulan. Let's say draw ulan hang ni. Then let's name this E. Take kong kamu ngah proof ba ayu ba kani ka third side, that is kani ka AC. The only along parallel DE parallel BC din nai. The kani ka third side is this is the first side, second side, and kani ka third side. The kani ka third side kalong kumno mod uni UAE unong equal ya kani ka AC. In simple terms ni happen ba kum ka number 7 mo. In simple terms ni happen ba UAE ulong equal ya ka AC. Okay, adang ilan ni bakini kilong equal. The hence ngila abang bagina proof kat kum ka theorem yuma. The kat kum ka theorem kat kum ka theorem you, kat kum ka theorem 6.1, ka theorem 6.1 ngitip you. Ngitip ba since DE ngitip DE kalong parallel you know, parallel ka BC. Tingila ban ong no. Dala kalong parallel ngila ban ong ba ka AD kalong proportional ka DB and ka AE ya ka EC. Then tingatip kaning ngitip na kaniya. Kaning ngitip by BPT. Ngitip kat kum ka BPT, ngitip by kilong kum no. They are proportional to each other. Then tahalada kini kilong proportional to each other. There's something also ka question ka ong ka ong no. Ba uni udi, ulong kum no uni udi ulong midpoint. Udi midpoint jo no, jong EB. Talada udi midpoint jong EB. Let's write this. D is the midpoint of you of D is the midpoint of AB. Then udi midpoint jong AB. Talada udi midpoint jong AB. That is, can I say ba AD ulong equal ya UDB? I can see that, right? There, that is AD equal ya A ya UDB. I can say that. Ada udi midpoint UD. Obviously udi midpoint jong AB day. The AD kin siap ya and DB kin siap ya into equal parts. Then hadin talada ngara na uni siya. Mula ano nanti kan mau lada ni ngara ni dan one of them ikan mau apa? Lada ngara uni ni harus support, that is DP. Uni ngara siya kelayu. That is 1. Okay. I hope so pilas 2 orang tu kumdong yung 1. Kan walam dan iya po. Long cross multiply ni ramo. Hani dan ilong 1. Tatam sa 1. He 1 cancel 1 to long sa 1. Then another thing pa de. Dia menta hang ni. Happen in ba UAE equal to EC. Then happen in makatang ilatip kata third side. Then that is UAC. Then taladang aron kami kanina laban ang kumno. Can I see ba UAE ulong kumno? EC. Ulang proportional yung EC. Dada nga raon yung cross multiply. Ang sasakan no? Sasa 1. Okay. Dada kani equation 1 jungi. Kani equation 2 jungi. Dada kat kum ka equation 1. Kat kum. Dada from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2. Do I see something from 1 and 2? Dapat ba? Tamenta ka UAD. Yapin iyam ladang alaan proof kani. Obviously kini alaan ba kilong equal kalong P. Dengan alaan proof niyan. That is AD, DB. But AE, yaw EC. They are you. The hence, nilaban on you. That is AD, yaw DB, equal ya ka AE. Baling ang laban on kumta. Since if both of them are equal to 1, obviously kinikinong am equal. Then takada they are proportional. Then and AE yaw EC. They kaning itip ayo. Kanmaw kamnong nila matat. The hence, nilapro ba AE, ulong equal yaw EC. Nakaingitip ka niya by BP. Kat kum ka BPT ngitip bagi long kum no, they are equal. Okay, kam there ka ba ong IP ma practice is very easy, very short. Okay, the next pwede po sa number 8. The number 8 per ko ong kum hingi. Kenapa ia ko hingi using theorem 6.2? Theorem 6.2 ko ong no kada jong ka theorem 6.2 kita ka converse. Then that means you have proof ayo ada UDE parallel UBC, you have proof ba kita ki AD. Kan mau you happen ti hakani pring happen you ka theorem 6.1 ting happen ba UDE ulang parallel UBC then you have proof ya kata. Then you have proof ya kata then te hadir mentahang ni pada ini hap proof ba UAD ulong parallel ya ka ini proportional ya UDB katu happen ki ratio jeng ki kilang iu kat kum 6.1 kat kum 6.2 pada ni hap lek kuno kalong kempong ya katu de tingin nek kum hang ni mentang happen UDE parallel ya ka BC la hap lek kum ta temen ta ko ong kum kan ni han ya kan mau. Remember, don't be confused, okay? Kan mau kat kum 6.1 kan mau ka theorem that is BPT ni happen bagi ki side zong ki kilong kum no proportional and kat kum 6.2 ni happen EU baki long parallel. Okay, so how will we do that? Tingin shim you katika theorem 6. Number 8 kaong no kaong theorem 6. Prove that the line joining the midpoint of any two sides of a triangle. Tingin proof you ba utaw midpoint ba join ki ikita kino ki side ya kanu ka side of a two sides of a triangle is parallel to the third side. The same thing here. Recall ka to kumulaong. The same thing here hable ka niya. Kung mangili ang tangin draw ka juhi diagram. That is triangle A B C. Nilong yung DE. Then DE. Ting happen ni yung IP. Ting happen ni ba? Hindi bantip kat kum ka theorem iyo kat kum ka theorem 6.2. We already know. Kat kum ka theorem 6.2 ni tip iyo kat mau. We already know. ba UA ni hap tip ba lada UAD ni tip ba ulang kum no proportional side DB and UAE ya UA EC. Then you have proof you DE parallel ka A BC. Same thing only, right? Same thing only. Take a no hang here. You tip A, you tip UD UD midpoint jo UA AB. D is the midpoint of AB. Tingin thought bang. D is the midpoint of AB. And that would be midpoint. Can I say about AD equal to DB? Yes. AD equal to A DB. So let out AD equals to DB, then AD divided by DB equals to 1. Depending on your number 1. The same thing. Hani pada ED midpoint je no AC. Then and the E is the midpoint of U. Midpoint of AC. There where we can see ba AE equal to A EC. Tingnan rush ni AE divided by EC is equal to 1. Okay, the same thing only. Then now equation 2. From 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, nitip iyo from 1 and 2, I can say ba AD ulang kom no yo DB equal to A AE yo EC. Okay, the same thing only. Teka deka iyo kanila proof. Okay, the hence ngila abad ang kom menta ba UDE ulang parallel you know ya UB. Okay, hence proof. Kan jy proof kom no? Kay ka daw pa different ay ni. Kan mau? Ka reason pili ban ay. By converse of BPT. Talada piklat ban tho kan ni. You will get minus marks. Kan mau? This is very important. Ngin so tho na APO kan ni. Kom no ngantip ba PO and A ni DE parallel BC. DE cannot just be parallel to BC, right? Without any reason. Kom no ka reason jangi mangitip at ko converse of BPT kalau ong hingi. Da if the ratio lada ka ratio jong ki kilong kom no if they are proportional obviously kilong kom no ki jong ki side jong ki kilong kom no they are parallel. Okay? Ngilaban ong ta. Okay? The next that is ka number 9. Number 9 pada ko ang hingi. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel DC and its diagonal intersect each other at the point O. Show that AO but AU proportionally ka side BO equal to CO divided by DO. Then you draw siya kata trapezium. How does a trapezium looks? This way. Okay, trapezium siya. How does a trapezium look? It looks like this. Tingnan natin pipakan ni trapezium ka katang A B C D. Teka A B C D ko ang kumno dia ko ang is in which AB parallel ka DC to AB ulang parallel ka DC to ang natin E and ko ang de kumno and its diagonal intersect each other at point O. They can intersect naka wave vertex intersect okay at point O intersect getting ko at point O. Okay, intersect at point O. Ko ang show that AO is to BO equals to CO is to DO. That means proportional. Okay, OA is to BO. Nga pin EM. Yaka A, CO, yaka DO. Kaya pa ba ngipit yaka ni? A question will arise, how can I prove kini mo? Man kapon yum juken na kumta. How can I prove kini kilong proportional to each other. The man kapon tingin nile nishim aida nishim draw away ulan walang long parallel denam day. The hanging nile you they can mahoni something is missing hakani ka diagram. What is that? Nile you ngin construct the where ni happen you ba undan uni uwe ulain ulang parallel, let's name this as X. Uni ulang parallel kay, that means uni OA, ulang parallel kay AB, and uni OX, ulang parallel kay DC. Where ni happen EM, talada, ni happen E, kan mau, lada ni happen E kumni, in simple term, lada ni happen E kani, bakilang kumno, bakilang proportional, in simple term, ni deben tip, ba UDE ulang parallel, kama, bishit that means AB ulang parallel kay DC. That means in simple term, OX yaka, DC. Then that means ni hapla you by BPT. That means ikat kum ka A ka theorem 6.1. Okay, we have to prove. Then tang ila draw. Then have proof issue you to prove ba A B parallel ka A ka D C. Then lang have proof ka to. Then have do something you draw amentan that is construction. They can mau whenever there is something what long PE bakalong incomplete ka diagram. If you have like your construction. Then in draw you idang should have draw OOX such that OOX ulang kuno such that such that bang itip ba kat kum OX unong kum no unong parallel no unong uni OX uday OX ni draw OX u parallel no OX ya u AB and similarly OX u parallel no ya u AB talada OX u parallel AB can I say also ba OX ulong parallel ka DC? Can I say that? Tong ngin kum nungin tip ikan ni pada how will we know all this? Tong ngin pin I ya ni Tementa habang itip ikato ngila construct din namday. Tementa ngala man sim kaway ka triangle that is triangle ABC. So in triangle iyo in triangle ABC. Tekat kum ka triangle ABC. Ihap le kum no kat kum ka triangle ABC. Kat kum ka triangle ABC. In triangle ABC where OX ulong parallel ka AB. Can maamo yung P? Tang ba one thing here. You don't come A. You don't come ba. You don't come UA, you don't come ba, you don't come UA, you draw M construction, you don't come OX, parallel no, you AB, and then parallel de DC. Why? In simple term, kamot kum ju M kani ba kani? Same thing only, it means the same. We could write it either this way or that way. Tingi happen E, baki ni kilong kum no, they are parallel. Okay, tingi na make a triangle ABC shanda. Tekat kum a triangle ABC where OX kilong parallel AB. Tingin siya mayu, in siya may kani, that is kani ka number 1 kani. Okay, that is nishim nilaan man ong ba bx ni x I mean cx ya bx okay xb lang ya whatever it is nishim iyo nishim cx ya a ya xb day ulong iyo ka a kan mala da kilong parallel obviously kasi itong kilong proportional ni ha proof ya kata kat kum ka bpt kan mao that if they are parallel that means kasi itong kikanong no ni happen ini ha proof ba kasi itong kilong proportional okay teman next that is co but ka AO. Okay? Temintakan ka day. Tingnan ay kani as number 1. Equation 1. Tinaing iyo kan equation 1 by BPT. Okay? By BPT. Tahan ni mentang. You don't come sa kaway pat in triangle you put. You don't come. Temintala da nga draw uni ulan. Uni nga la construct hang niya. Ngala amchim kan ni BCD ru. Triangle you. BCD. Triangle BCD. Kat kung triangle BCD. We also know that way when you bx or xb whatever it is or xb nga laban ulong proportional no ya u cx then day and also ua bo ulong proportional no ya do then day kani kalong equation 2 juni kani ni tanae na bpt tamanta when you look at this diagram do you see anything belong similar in between them? Yes, p uni ba uni tang ba something is there. Ulong kum no, uni xb jung yudon hajrang, hong ni ulong kum no, udon hapo. And uni cx udon hajrang, ni lon ha, po. Ting hap lek no, ni happen kalakam, pong. Where we need to prove ba OA, AO, ulong kum no, BO equals to DO, CO, or DO, ni happen proportional, then and day. Tamenta. Tingnan thok kum pong no ni, that is cx, yo xb equals yo, DO, yo, BO. Tamenta ngilayo am, from 1 and 2, ngala aman ong menta, from 1 and 2. From 1 and 2, what did I get from 1 and 2? Can I say ba CO, ulong AO, ulong proportional yao DO, yao BO. Can I say this? Yes, I can say this. Did I prove all these things? Ngala proof ni kat kum katu kajing ong. Let's look hakani ka diagram. Ko ong yuingi, ko ong bang happen iba o AO ya o BO. Dinamday, there's something is missing yang abakala mang niya kapatay kaniya dele you VE ba uni dun hapo din siya dun hajrong dinamday ututula dun hapo uni dun hajrong tingli amno ya uningin plus multiply uningin na siya po that is class CO DO equal ka AO ya ka BO tingin kaniya ila proof tingin na proof na inyo ay kaniya pada by BPT kama by BPT ilatip ba they are proportional. Okay, I hope so. Apply so 2 adonto. Kani that is ka number 9. Apply so 2 adonto. Te kani ki that question can mau ka the more have he pick biang ka second time. Pensa so 2 kum no ka 1. Okay. The he pick action pinum wrong there. The more you look, the more you practice, the more you will understand. Okay. The next info is ka number 10. So number 10 ko ang kumuhingi, the diagonals of a quadrilateral ABCD intersect each other at the point O such that AO or BO equal to CO or DO. Okay, this show that ABCD is a trapezium. So when you look at this and this, they are similar. And some of you might say, oh, nika A ka nika ken. No, it's not come A anymore. The more you practice, the more you will understand. Remember that, okay? The mental repeat A kani. Isn't this kani kampong jong kani? Dari women ni ni happen ni hap proof ya kan ni bagi long kom no they are proportional. Menta apa ni happen bakata ka ABCD ka ka trapezium. Then dai lada ka trapezium that means in simple term mod AB ulang parallel ka A. Ya CD. Then dai where we already learned from there AB ulang parallel ka A. DC ni CD whatever it is you right. Okay. Kaya menta apa dia? Kalau no ka alam ka bangile converse of BPT. Then dai the hang ni menta ni ha prove ba kilong parallel. Then dai tingila atip lupa baka kilong proportional. We have to prove it parallel. Then simple term kita ben mustn't ong kum ta mustn't ong baki parallel we have proof. That means in simple term kita ben kan mau ba ya ka A ya ka converse of BPT. So how will we do that? Kami nga draw siya ka diagram. Okay? Kani kalau kum to. Okay? Kani A, B, C, D. Kini ya. Long to. Nade O. Okay. Temen-temen akan ni ngahap proof ayu. Ngahap proof ba O. A, B, C, D. Kadai ka A. Kadai ka trapezium. Then they have to prove this. That means in simple term that is A, B. Proportional like A. Ka D, C. Then A, B ka proportional ka. I mean ka parallel ka D, C. Then if that is kalang parallel ka ni kumniyan. To prove we already know nakajinkali. What do we know? Lada ka AB kalong parallel ka DC. Inatip ayu. Temintahang ni when you look at this diagram also kalong kung barim. That means we have to construct. In construct hang ni, let's name this as E ma. E. Okay, let's name that as E. So where we already know construction ile yan taught you. Construction that is in ongkum no draw you OE. Ni draw you draw your OE such that you draw your OE such that ba ulang kom no OE ulang kom no OE ulang parallel ka A ya ka AB. Then ulang parallel ka AB. Menangi ha proof ni kito kilang kom no. I mean menangi latip lupa mentangi ha proof ba OE ulang parallel na ka BE. Ni draw tingi la draw tamang ha proof kilang parallel OEB ba DC isn't it? Tingin ta kadang yishim ka to okay. Tementa nangi pet ya kan ni kat kum OE la da parallel ka AB. Do we know something? We got a side. Let us get in triangle ABC. Kaju hi in triangle ABC. Kat kum ka triangle ABC, we know what? Can I say about CE? Ulang kum no proportional to EB? Can I say that? Yes, they CE proportional to A, EB. And also, I can say about CO ulang proportional to A, OA. Then they CO, AO, whatever it is. Makan ni long equation. Tu, kan if you on again ni rope, you nak BP. D. Kan mama bentuk BP. D. Okay. Then top there, you don't suck away part. I got another one, another triangle that is angle BC D. Kung basya may kato last time hima. Then mentahang ni padam. Pinchim you in triangle BC D. Dekat kung ka triangle BCD. Dengan pet ka A belong proportionally ka A kalong no. That is in simple term BO ya OOD. BO ya OOD. Equal ya ka A. BE ya ka CE. Menta papipit ya kani. To, wait, honey. Papipit ya kani menta. Do you see anything belong related? Yak A bangi you? Yak A bangi pet? To, menta. They're the same thing only hangni. The kani fina you ba kani equation 2 ma. The menta hangni papipit ya kani. Kaja nok mo to ko barim. Pet menta kilong similar uni ba uni kilong similar. Tambah kilong kum no. Kilong kampang. Dinam day ulah siya puak ba chajrang. Dinam day let's write it like this. Then tangin da na OD na na hajrang. Uni BO no dan ha po ni UCE ha jrong BE dan ha po denam day the mentala da kini kilong kum ni kini yo na ka ikani yo na ka BPT if they are equal if la da kini kilong equal and kini kilong equal can I say ba UCO but into divided by OA and OD but OBO kilong proportional I can say that right ngin sim you from 1 and 2 from 1 and 2 ngatap ayo ba UCE EB and if I'm top BE lu balong kum jua and also sorry ada mensim na yung tema ada mensim na yung CO AO equal ya ka A OD ya BO denam day temen ya haka first thing kan mau am ila batay am bangilatip upa ba UA nitip upa ba AO lang proportional ya BO equal ya ka A CO ya O DO de apa bangipet ya kan ni CO ya ODO denam day Kalong kum no, they are not kamlong kum jo de nam de. Te kum mangili amine kum no, inya reverse ki. That is not CO, ya U, ay, D O, flaban thought room, and U A O, ya U B, O. Therefore, if kini man tangal apan EM, kalong kate, tilada kan mau. What do we know? If they are proportional to each other, we know something from here. What is that? If they are proportional to each other, we know that ilaban ong bau A. Ilaban ong bau DE parallel A. Yaka DC. Can I say that? Yes. Why can I not say that? DE parallel DC. Why? I'm going to diagram. DE parallel A. Sorry. OC. DE. Also, sorry, OE parallel A DC. Oh, sorry, OE parallel A DC. I can say that, right? The lada kilong parallel to each other. What do we need? I don't come to say the kaningi on a short. Even talk kata. By converse more converse of you BPT. The kan mau OE mau ni ngakapit namin uni OE DC. The lada kini kilong you. Obviously I can say ami kata. In simple term also. Can I say menta ba AB parallel ka DC? Ya kata ang ngadan kam. I don't need that. I don't need ba uni OE unang parallel ka DC or uni amang yishimineru or OE parallel ka AB. Do I need that? Ngamdan kam ni katu din namday. Ngamdan kam ni katu kung mga shim hang ni kan ma OE AB uni OC DC. Tetang ba if they are parallel to each other. If they are parallel to each other, then let's say ngan I kani as equation 3 and as equation 4. Teladanga shimikini atli. Can I say from 3 and 4? Can I say ba AB kalong parallel ka iyo? Ka DC? Can I say that? Obviously, if they are parallel to each other, obviously they will be AB ulong parallel ka DC din namday. So let me just explain you once again. But kumineng ila wat ba OE ulong parallel ka AB. Dinam day, and I didn't go on pikum no OE parallel ka DC. Kat kum ka triangle iu, kat kum ka ni triangle ABC ngitip ya katay, kat kum ka triangle iu pada, kat kum ka triangle BCD ngitip pa kilong kum no, they are parallel. Dinam day, if they are parallel, obviously can ngitip me. Naka converse of BPT ngitip ba kilong kum no, we can say ba kilong kum no, they are parallel. Tengila ong you, ong yang issue that ABCD is a trapezium. Hence, if they are parallel. Can we say but it is a trapezium? A triangle ABC, ABCD is a trapezium. Obviously, right? The hence, ngelaban on you. Hence, proved. Okay? I hope so. Peers at home. If you're confused, the more you practice, the more you will understand. There are a lot of ways, but the more you practice, the more you will know tricks. Okay? How to make it shorter. Okay? So, lada. If you had any doubts, so let me know in the comment box. And if there is any bafia long confused, let me know in the comment box mo so that bangan sumto. And at tapos na ikan video, wanam klat pan like, share, comment, like, and subscribe. Ang ina po siya kapag kutro ka video. Kung bless you bon. Tingin nila sa next pada, that is ika exercise 6.3 ka next pada video. Thank you.